Hello everybody, and welcome to what you've probably realized is Minecraft. Yes, this is Minecraft, and no, I'm not a 7-year-old who gets annoyed when creepers blow things up. I'm actually a 15-year-old who likes building stuff which looks half decent, which I hope you'll agree looks alright, yeah? Yeah. But I thought, why not? Let's upload some of what I'm doing on Minecraft. On the Ravand server. It's basically a build server using the Conquest texture pack, which ultimately makes Minecraft look 1,000 times better. And then the shaders on top of that, which is why we are getting the very bright sun and the shadows and such, adds to that as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So I thought I'd just show you guys what I've been building. What I have been building is this Hobbit Plot. It's based on sort of the Hobbit plots in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, obviously, because it's called The Hobbit. But it's based on, but it's not, a replica. This isn't supposed to be Hobbiton. This is just supposed to be a made-up little, I don't know, valley in the Shire. So yeah, I just thought I'd try building this because I felt inspired to go and build some Hobbit plots after watching Lord Dacker build his, which are pretty cool, and seeing some of Nick Goss's as well, who I'll link you to in the description below, as well as the server IP and the download link for the Seus shaders, and also the music, which is very nice actually. I really like this music. So yeah, I'll show you guys around. Okay, so here we are at our first Hobbit house. It's called Candlelight Barrow, although I think I'm going to change that to Candlelit Barrow because I don't know, it feels better to say. So yeah, this is it. Door. I'm not sure about these door hangers. They look a bit too evil, but they are quite nice. They are nice to be able to knock on the door, but yeah, undecided. And then in here, through here we've just got a chandelier and stuff, and some flower pots and beer. I always have a lot of wine on the floors and wine crates and things because they're a really good way to fill up space that is otherwise quite plain. So yeah, I do that quite a lot, you'll probably notice. And they're not alcoholics, but they do like a good bit of wine. Fireplace, what's a Hobbit without a fireplace? It adds to the coziness of it all. And in here, sort of a wood storage, so you've got plenty of wood to keep you going for if it ever gets cold in the Shire, which I doubt it would, but just in case. Taking precautions. So through here, nice chandelier, sort of light up the little tunnel ways for little hobbits. And if it feels like it's a bit cramped with the ceiling, remember that I'm about 2/3 larger than a hobbit, so keep that in mind because the hobbits are smaller, so things will slightly be bigger for them and stuff. So yeah, here nice little window so that they can write there and back again, A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins, or whoever lives here. It could just be the blog or whatever, I don't know, I'll leave that for you to decide. Down here, little chest. This is actually a player head. It's using metadatas, so yeah, it's pretty fun metadatas. A lot of these things in here are metadatas, like not 20% of everything in this room is metadata. But this is a metadata as well, player head, but it then looks like an apple. Anyway, on with the metadatas and how cool they are. There's some meat to be warmed up and some skins and stuff, sacks, some pipeweed or herbs. I think this is a herb. Yeah, let's go with herb for this one. And then through here, this would be my favourite room, I think. Full of books. I mean, I think I put my sharp books in here, Hornblower in this corner, and then Lord of the Rings there, I think. Yeah, that suits. That sounds like a good idea. But yeah, hobbits are fond of reading, so I think this would be a very much used room by the hobbits because they do like reading and stuff. Through here, chandelier, so you can see in the dark. This is sort of the bedroom. You've got a nice view as well, although I haven't done much work on the terrain yet, so apologies that it looks a bit shite. And here, more books. yeah, just, you know, chests and stuff. And through here, you know, this is a really nice metadata actually. It's a furnace, but then it's made to look like one of the old sort of, I know the Dutch word, it's kachel, but, what's the English? It might actually just be furnace. Radiator, heater thing, yeah, that'll do. So it's sort of like his hot water bottle when he's lying down to go to bed. Yeah. And then here's some pipe weed to relax in the evenings. And here a bit more, and a bit more, and a bush. And through here is sort of, you know, it's supposed to be sort of like a grotto sort of place where, I don't know, where they could sort of, they wouldn't go in there, but they'd look in and it'd be all natural, so they'd feel more sort of connected to the earth, because hobbits love all things that grow. So I think that would be something like that, you know, with like some water in there, some creatures, some frogs or something. I don't know, they like that stuff. But yeah, this is Candlelight Barrow. Hang on a sec. Okay, so leaving Candlelight Barrow behind, which is just down there, which spreads out all the way over there, and there's the chimney of the fireplace in, I can't remember which room that's in, but I think it's just, yeah, it's more for aesthetical reasons. Shh, don't tell the admins. Anyway, yeah, I'm quite proud of these trees. I mean, if anyone knows me from the server, they know that I was really bad at building trees, like, really bad, you know, they'd look like worse than notch trees if that was even possible. But I'm actually really happy with the trees on here. I've done every single tree on here except this one, which was kindly done by Solitary18, a very good friend of mine on the server. So thank you to Solitary18 for doing that one. But yeah, I'm just going to steal the glory here because I think these trees look amazing, to be honest. This one I'm really happy with. I don't know. Yeah, I really like that one. But yeah, anyway, stop being a tree-hugging hippie left-wing guy, and yeah. Anyway, this next one is called Appleby Corner because apple tree and, you know, Appleby sounds kind of shirey because the Shire is supposed to be sort of English, Old English, Southern, Surrey, Sussex, and Somerset sort of place. And I used to live in Somerset, and there was a place called Appleby. I think they made what's it called? Cider there, so it sounds quite hobbity, I think, because I'm pretty sure that's where the inspiration for hobbits comes from, sort of that sort of area. Yeah, and then corner, because it's in the corner and it sort of fits. So yeah, you come in here, you've got a nice ladder here for the hobbits to pick the apples off the tree, and I'm very happy with this tree as well, if I hadn't mentioned that already. Pond here, because they like everything that grows, and some frogs and some newts and things in there, you know, quite nice. And then here's some apples and things. Moving on here, tool shed. So you've got your tools, your shovels, and so you can dig your potatoes and your pickaxes in case there's any, I don't know, what would hobbits use a pickaxe for? I don't know, I'll leave that for you to decide. And, you know, axes, it's quite self-explanatory here for some wood to get smaller bits, and some, I don't know what they are. Looks like porridge in a barrel. Again, the knocker. Let me know what you think in the comments about the knocker. I mean, because what I could do is take it off, so it looks more like that. Alright, Gandalf. Anyway, yeah, I could take it off like that, so it looks like this without the knocker, but I quite like having the knocker there. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, so you can tell me, and I will act on it. So, through here, a bit of a different interior. It's more, I don't know, it's more sort of one space. It feels more like one space, whereas the other one felt more like it's just connected through corridors, because it is going in a hill, whereas this hill is quite a lot more chunky. I don't know. Yeah, chunky hills, guys, chunky hills. Yeah, nice window. I really like this window. It feels like it adds a lot of atmosphere to this part of the room, because you've got the contrast between the natural light coming in and then the chandelier light, and then above the chandelier I've got cheapy glowstone up there, but you know, it works. it works. I think someone's been changing my metadatas. I don't know, maybe. I'll have to change that back later on. Yeah, so through here, nice dining table. You know, you can eat your food on there and drink your beer. I swear they're not alcoholics, they just have a lot of beer lying around. There, another one. Anyway, kitchen, pantry area, storage. There should not be a tree growing out of that apple, my apologies, but they are bugged at the moment, so yeah. I can't do anything about that. Here's some bags of, I don't know, peanuts, something. Or sausages, fish, more fish, herbs and more herbs. Some knives to do your cutting the meat with, and yeah, quite a nice little area. Quite nice because it's got things on the ceiling and on the floor and on different levels, so it feels like a well-used room. Here, like in the other Hobbit house, more books, you know, because what's a Hobbit without his books? Yeah, so I quite like putting books in because it feels like a very Hobbity thing to do, to sit down and read by the fire with your very fatty meal and your cider or whatever, because they are quite plump. Barrel shaped is probably a better way to explain it, but yeah. And here, some more books, you know, so these might be his favourite books, so that if when they're sitting on the chair they can, you know, they've had their meal, gazing at the fire, and they can just sort of pick their books up from the shelf. It's just an idea. Table with sort of a, I don't know, things to do sort of thing, and yeah, nice little flower, playing cards with themselves in the light of the fire. Maybe an alternative to reading all night. That's pretty much the downstairs part of, well, I lie, this is sort of the middle ground. So, through here, this is something revolutionary in a Hobbit house. It's a stairwell. I've always wanted to add more levels to Hobbit houses just because it felt like something that needed to be done, because I think it would add a lot, but I don't know if it works. Let me know if you think it works. So coming down here, we have a sort of storage, alcohol storage, pre-ale Archet Mead, which is a place in the Shire. Look it up if you want. West Farthing Ale. I know one of them doesn't have a name, but that's because I ran out of space, so no hating, guys. Candles so you can see the way, because it's quite dark down here. This is more of a storage room. There's a lot of wine. There's you know, some crates and barrels. And this, my good friends, this is the Dark Shire pipeweed. This is the stairs. There are more books, you know, because you're running out of space downstairs, so you had to put some more upstairs. And through here, you know, chandelier, keep it, because when it's nighttime, it's quite dark actually. So if I just do, my plot has not been set tonight. There we go. Yeah. This is when you see why I've put all these chandeliers, so you can view the map in the nighttime and the daytime, because yeah, it looks better. Anyway, I think I had it on. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, money, yeah, for the hobbits, and little chests and things, bed to sleep in, obviously, things to do, chests and books, and you know, seen it all before. Storage area, again, more books. This guy's a real nerd, but there's nothing wrong with being real nerds. I mean, I'm a real nerd, so screw you guys. Yeah, more money, because, I don't know, he's a bit of a cluster, like a, doesn't tidy up much sort of hobbit. Yeah, that's this kind of hobbit. And then, going down the stairs, I think that's everything inside Appleby Corner, just here. I think I'll just walk down. But yeah, I really like the exterior of Appleby Corner, but I think the interior needs some things, but I can't quite put my finger on what it needs. Yeah, so that's if you guys know what I'm after, then let me know, please, because it would be very helpful if I knew what I'd been missing. Tree here. And here, on top of the Hobbit house, we have a nice little chair to sort of, I don't know, you could spy on candlelight barrow from here. Oh, hang on a second. Right, sorry about that. Just a friend popping up. Seems to be quite popular on Steam today. Oh, where were we? Oh, I don't like this. Let me fix this. Hang on a second. There we go. That could work. That looks alright. Yeah. I think. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. It'll do. But anyway, this is on top of Appleby Corner, and got a nice chimney here. I quite like this chimney because it's sort of bent round, but I think that's quite Hobbity style. And I think again, thanks to Solitary 18 who did this chimney. I had one which was perfectly fine, but he's very nitpicky, so he decided to remove it and put his own chimney up, which arguably looks better. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, there's sort of a clothesline because it dries really well because the wind comes up here, so it'd be nice. And it's just a nice place to relax and hang out, really. You got to see that hideous build. Oh god, what the hell is that? Oh. And up here we have sort of the side of Candlelight Bar. Not Candlelight Bar. This is this is Appleby Corner. Side of Appleby Corner. Yeah, got the bedroom window and stuff. Yeah, quite nice. I quite like it. Quite happy with Appleby Corner. Now for the last Hobbit house, coming down next to the roots of this huge tree. I'm still working on the terrain, guys, so, you know, don't judge. So, the people who live here are fishers and woodcutters, so you can see all the wood here, and the axe there, it's the woodcutter, and fish and everything, so, you know, someone's fishing, someone's cutting wood, and here, it's a bit cluttered now, these are coat hangers and things, but they're cluttered hobbits as well. Here, the totally not a health and safety hazard clothes next to the fire line, which is very efficient. And here's some more herbs and fish just drying, so probably smoked salmon or something. Salmon doesn't seem like they would have that in the Shire. I don't know, what kind of fish would they have in the Shire? Trout or something? Let me know, what kind of fish would they have in the Shire in the comments. I'm interested now. I might look that up, but I'll wait until this episode has a few views, and then see if people have commented on what they think is, yeah, what kind of fish are in the Shire. Yeah, interesting point. And here, another pantry area. Cookies, what's a Hobbit without cookies? More beer and wine and stuff. Food's being cooked. Mushrooms are growing because you can, you know, fry them, I guess. And here's some more books and sausages and shelves and things for ingredients, so maybe pepper and salt and cardamom, whatever. I don't know. Through here, just some fishing nets drying and some fish, you know, hanging up, doing their thing. So they're not really smoking, but they're just sort of sitting here, hanging here, sitting here. Why would a fish be sitting down? Hanging here. Here, Hobbits playing a game of solitaire and gambling heavily. Yes. Not really something picked up on if Hobbits gamble, but I'm guessing they do. All for a bit of fun. I'm pretty sure no one will pull a knife at this game of solitaire, so... Through here, nice little corner to study. Some books and things, you can write some stuff down. And here's the bedroom. Nice little fireplace again. It's a bit more dwarven this one, but you know, gotta make do with the space. Sorry, morning throat. And here we have the some more clothes, you know, which they can put on. Nice little natural place here with a bit of a lighting glitch going on, but it does the job. Small shelves and things, and here, a nice little natural place, although this one's less well looked after, so it's looking a bit down at the moment, but, you know, it's just a bit of characterization. I mean, the other one obviously really cares for his indoor garden, but this one's a bit less fond of it, so there's less time to deal with this stuff. Nice little rug here. Sleep on. Dog can sleep on. Or the cat. What do they have in the Shire? Dogs or cats? I don't know. I think hobbits would be more cat people. But would they have cats? There aren't any cats in Lord of the Rings. I'll have to figure that out. And here, just a nice little vegetable plot, which was kindly done by Solitary18 as well. Just a good idea of his to put this in, you know. Because it adds a bit. I think hobbits, they do grow stuff. They're very fond of things which grow. So, I don't know, Samwise Gamgee could come along and not fall in the water, but come along and get all these carrots out and his taters, because he loves his taters. You can boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Anyway, moving swiftly on before I start singing that rap. Yeah, moving swiftly on, because otherwise I will just sing Lord of the Rings songs and parodies at you. And I haven't even mentioned taking any hobbits to Isengard. Yeah, this has been Ants Holland LP showing you around my Minecraft Hobbit plot. It's not quite done yet, as you can probably tell. Nice tree as well. And if you've actually stayed till this after hearing my horrific voice and hearing me go on about how awesome my trees are and even sing some Lord of the Rings tater songs, then well done. You must be a very patient person. Anyway, patient people. Then let me know if you like this kind of thing, if you want to see more of it, if you want to see me maybe showing you how to build stuff like this, showing me actually building stuff like this, or just some more progress reports. Or if you never want to see this again, then, you know, you could say that as well. Although I think I'll go with the majority vote. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Enjoy your day. This has been Ants Holland LP, signing